focus story here on Super 6. We're focusing on the monsoons much before schedule. The monsoons arriving, parts of West India being hit by massive storms. I'm talking about Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka, Goa. These states have all been ravaged by rains weeks before the annual trend. And this is just a beginning of the heavy rainfall that's going to cripple these states. We'll show you how the city of Mumbai particularly has faced torrential rainfall for the last 24 hours. But let's take a look at the normal monsoon path versus what's happened this time. Why are we referring to it as a record-breaking advance of the southwest monsoon, and what's been the impact of that? Let's get you that particular map really of what the country looks like right now. So what you see essentially there in red is the normal path that the monsoon takes. Instead, the blue area is now what it's advanced like. So normally in parts like Maharashtra where you'd see, the monsoon, and Mumbai particularly, where you'd see it somewhere hitting between June 10th to June 15th, already in May, we're seeing monsoons hitting there. So that particular map there shows you exactly what it looks like. The red highlighting the usual monsoon path versus the blue showing you how it's already hit. And so almost 2 weeks before normal time, you've already got the monsoon hitting in several parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala as well. I'd like to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai. He's joining us live from Mumbai. Rajdeep, good evening. You've been out and about in the city of Mumbai. I see that the rain has let up briefly, Rajdeep. But take us through what you've been seeing. Your witness to Mumbai monsoon. Has it been a lot harsher today than what Mumbaikars are typically used to?
Look, I think what has happened really, and Mumbai has been caught by surprise, is the fact that we are only in the 4th week of May, and we already have the monsoon now officially declared in the city. Not just that, in the last 24 hours, Kulaba Observatory, that's in South Mumbai, has got 135 mm of rain. And the total rainfall in the month of May is already the highest in 107 years. The last time the month of May received such heavy rainfall was 1918. So clearly, the fact that there's been so much rain so early has caught many Mumbaikars unawares. And I was in and around Mumbai. A number of people were going to office early this morning without umbrellas, suddenly realizing that they were caught in a massive downpour. Remember that the earliest that the monsoon has come before this to Mumbai was in 1990 when it came on the 20th of May. Generally, the monsoon comes here around the 10th of June. So it's come about a fortnight early. And I think the intensity and the speed with which the monsoon has taken over what was earlier seen as only a depression has caught Mumbai by surprise. But Akshita, it's also shown up Mumbai yet again. If you have a main arterial road like Kemps Corner where the roads cave in and there are potholes, or indeed a metro station that was inaugurated just 2 weeks ago suddenly being flooded out, there are serious questions yet again that will be raised about the state of preparedness of this city when it comes to the monsoons.
Rajdeep, you've been out and about in Mumbai. We're talking about the infrastructure of the city clearly crumbling on day one of the monsoon. What have you seen on the ground, Rajdeep? Has there been any preparation whatsoever for the monsoon, or is it the same old story? For years we've been reporting on places like Sion, for example, always being flooded. Same story this time too.
Look, let's be fair. At one level, just the sheer volume of rain means that any city will find it tough to cope up with it. Number two, there are certain low-lying areas which traditionally will get waterlogged. We saw last year a relatively better preparation for the monsoon than in previous years. But the truth of the matter is also that some of the new infrastructure that's been put in is clearly not monsoon ready. This obsession that politicians have with cutting ribbons and inaugurating projects even before they are fully really waterproof, if I may use that word, is often a major problem. I'm in South Mumbai, I'm at Marine Drive. Here most of the people who've come have come to celebrate and enjoy the fact that the heat wave is over and the monsoon is here. But for those who live in low-lying areas, for those who have to take the train services or an underground metro service, and when they see waterlogging, it is hugely troubling and problematic. I think Mumbai's infrastructure has failed to keep up in some parts of the city with the intensity of rainfall. What we've seen, Akshita, in recent years is that the monsoon doesn't spread itself over 5 months slowly. It comes in short, sharp bursts. Last year we saw that in the month of June. This year we are seeing it even earlier in the month of May. So changing climatic conditions, the changing intensity with which rain comes in short bursts means that the city is often unprepared to just face the volume of this rainfall. Plus, of course, the traditional charge of a contractor, neta, official nexus that is seen to particularly plague road building in this city.
And I dare say in almost every city in the country. But Rajdeep, thanks very much for joining us with those live updates. Always a pleasure to have you here with us on Super 6. Watch out for Rajdeep's detailed ground report at 9 p.m. on News Today. As always, Rajdeep will be there on the ground getting you voices of Mumbaikars on the Mumbai monsoon mess. I want to remind you, day one of the monsoon. And these are the images that we're getting in from across Mumbai. We're, of course, used to a sweltering May in cities like Mumbai. This time, it's turned around to torrential downpour, courtesy the early onset of monsoon. So while we're getting you some of these images of what waterlogged streets of Mumbai look like through the day, here are some other ground reports. You've heard from Rajdeep. Dipesh Tripathi, Ritwik Bhalekar were on ground zero from early this morning, constantly monitoring the situation in the city. Here are some of their ground reports.
Waves which you can see behind me are not from the sea or any river, but this is Science Circle, the prime locality of Mumbai, where the water logging has occurred right in the first heavy downpour Mumbai has faced. And we can see how Mumbaikars are making their way out of this stream of water which has clogged almost all the traffic, be it northbound or southbound in Mumbai, where even heavy vehicles are finding it difficult to make their way. Vehicles are completely being submerged under this waterlogged city, where not just they are facing to make their way out, but they are also suffering from huge losses. Not just road transport, but even local trains are heavily affected. They are running nearly 1 hour late, and many Mumbaikars are stuck in local trains. They are also walking down on the tracks because water has clogged the railway tracks of Mumbai. Huge traffic can be seen from here, and this is how the capital, economical capital city of the nation is struggling right in the first rain which it has faced. With camera person Mahesh More, myself Ritwik Bhalekar, India Today, Mumbai.
Mumbai has witnessed a heavy downpour from yesterday, and today morning also it's raining heavily, and due to which a heavy waterlogging can be seen on the roads of the Mumbai. Not only on the roads, but the footpath also drowned down in the water right now. We are right now at the Parel, where 4 major hospitals of the city are located, which is one of the KM hospital, in which water got inside the hospital in the OPD section where children were treated. There are 2 Vadia hospitals of children, which are the biggest hospitals in Mumbai for the children. And also there is another hospital, Tata Cancer Hospital, which is the biggest hospital of the country for the cancer treatment. The most people were affected by this waterlogging, and you can see, you cannot say whether is the road and where is the footpath and where is the road. As you can see, people are forced to walk. They have been literally forced to walk with this within this dirty water. A few moments back, a bike fell down, and the bikers who were and the person who was riding the bike, he and pillion rider fell down. And as you can see, the people are facing a huge and severe problem on the very first day of the rain.
So let's get you a live update on what's the situation currently in Mumbai. We'll also be talking about the forecast, but bringing in on this broadcast Divyesh Singh, Ritvik Balekar, as well as Dipesh Tripathi. I'm going to begin with you, Ritvik, joining us live, of course, from the iconic, beautiful Marine Drive. Serves as a beautiful evening spot for Mumbaikars usually. Today also you can see huge crowds that have gathered there, but is there a high tide warning also that's been issued by authorities, Ritvik?
Absolutely, Akshita. I must tell you that in the early afternoon, Mumbai was experiencing heavy downpour. The monsoon has already set in before its schedule, almost 16 days before its schedule. And till early afternoon, we saw the streets were flooded of Mumbai. But now, in the early evening, when the downpour has almost stopped now, we can see that the iconic Marine Drive is now flooded with Mumbaikars, people who have come to enjoy and, to spend time with their family and friends so in the early morning and in the late night Sunday, heavy downpour. Due to heavy downpour, we saw traffic snarl, we saw people suffering, we saw how people were finding it difficult to make their way to offices and back home. But now that the rain has stopped, the Mumbai spirit is still ongoing, and here we can see how these Mumbaikars have now gathered at Marine Drive in huge numbers, and with the winds and with the first rains, they are trying to capture every moment here at Marine Drive and enjoy every moment.
The evening at least from the inundation, from the traffic chaos and whatnot, and Mumbaikars able to enjoy the rain, enjoy the monsoon. I also sense that very often we kind of take the spirit of Mumbaikars for granted and say that, look, whatever you throw at them, they'll be resilient. So that's very often taken for granted by politicians too. Dipesh Tripathi is joining us from Sion, one of the victims usually of inundation. Dipesh, what's the situation there? I can see that more or less it looks like the water is cleared out.
Yes, sir, definitely, Arpita. This is the place where
Akshita here.
heavy downpour took place in the morning as well as yesterday. Akshita, sorry. Today, it's the rain. It's not raining, and the traffic and the vehicles which are running on the road that are on a very normal routine. There is no traffic congestion over here. Tomorrow morning we saw waterlogging was there, and people were finding hard to walk from here. But now the situation is coming under normal circumstances, and in the evening is the time when people are going towards their home. They are going from back from their jobs,
so the roads are
their
clear.
offices.
Doesn't look like there's any traffic snarls right now, which is good to see. So Sion at this point cleared up. I'll bring in Divyesh also for a quick update. Divyesh, you were reporting earlier today about the Mumbai locals also being hit, the trains being hit, public transport taking a hit due to heavy rain. With the rain letting up now, slowly things easing up. Is the situation getting back to normal?
Well, Akshita, there's a red alert till 8:30 a.m. tomorrow that has been issued by the Indian Meteorological Department for Mumbai and nearby coastal areas. So the forecast still says that there could be heavy to very heavy rainfall in Mumbai and nearby areas. As of now, the situation is under control. This morning we saw waterlogging at several locations, including various low-lying areas, at railway tracks, and even at newly constructed metro railway stations. But the water has now passed, and traffic vehicular movement is resumed. It's back to normal. The train movement is back to normal, but there's forecast that there could be heavy to very heavy rainfall. As Deputy CM Eknath Shinde, while addressing media at the Mumbai Municipal Corporation headquarters, pointed out that within a very short span of time, there was 60 to 70 mm of rainfall that happened in Mumbai, which led to the waterlogging at several low-lying locations. But there were heavy-duty motor pumps installed. They were in place since 1st of May, and this was pointed out by Captain Tamil Selvan, MLA representing the Sayan-Vadala area. And he pointed out that despite the heavy motor pumps being in place, they were not functional. The BMC officials should have seen to that if there was a forecast.
Clearly not enough steps that have been taken to prepare for monsoons. Let's hope that in the weeks to come, when you'll see really the intensity of the monsoons hitting, things will be a little better. Thank you very much, Ritvik, Dipesha and Divyesh for joining us here on India Today with those live updates. For all you Mumbaikars watching this broadcast, if you're wondering what really the next few days have in store for you, I'll get you a quick update here on what the current conditions are right now. So what we're showing you right now is the map where we're focusing particularly on Mumbai. You see this weather system here, it's going to keep moving up. And what I'll do is I'll take this right across to the live update right now. So this is as of 6 p.m. You can see that it's made its way right in. But what will tomorrow look like? So if I were to go to tomorrow about 12 p.m, you can still see that there will be some rainfall essentially for Mumbai in this entire stretch, which is what has led to the Met Department issuing a red alert for the entire coastal belt of Mumbai and also other surrounding districts as well. So watch out, because the next 24 hours is going to be crucial. You're going to be seeing more rains in parts of Mumbai and other neighboring districts as well. Here's a quick check of all the images coming in from across Maharashtra, not just Mumbai, that's been badly hit in the last few hours. 3 people stranded at the Ulhas River in Kalyan district near Mumbai were rescued. All 3 of them had taken their cattle for grazing but couldn't return as the water level in the river suddenly rose due to heavy rain. Now, what you see on your screens are images from Navi Mumbai, where rainwater entered several houses. This is in fact from Panvel, where streets turned into rivers, bringing normal life to a standstill. Just imagine that for residents. What a nightmare. Their homes filled with water. In Satara district of Maharashtra, floods causing mayhem. In this video, a man is seen struggling to control his bike as the current of the water pushes his motorcycle. Now, few people arrive on the spot, help him soon after rescue his vehicle. This is a video from Maharashtra's Ahilya Nagar, where a bridge was washed away due to the downpour. The bridge collapsed due to the extreme force of the river water, leaving residents and commuters stranded. And this is from Solapur. Several vehicles are underwater, submerged due to inundation. Water levels rising to alarming levels in the Kara and Nira rivers, causing parts of the Pune-Solapur highway to be submerged. So let's take a look at what's happening in Kerala as well, where again the monsoon has hit much earlier than expected. Parts of Kerala has witnessed an intense spell of rainfall. 11 districts reporting extremely heavy rainfall at isolated locations. There's a red alert issued by the Met Department. These images that you see are from Wayanad in Kerala, where there has been heavy rainfall. In Kozhikode too, very close to Wayanad, there's a red alert as heavy rain continues in these districts. Strong winds are also being reported in these areas. I'll get you a quick update from Shibimol. She's joining us live right now from Thiruvananthapuram for the latest updates. Shibi, good evening. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're safe. What's the situation in your state, Shibi?
Akshita, like you pointed out, heavy rainfall has been reported multiple locations, especially in the northern Kerala districts, Kannur, Kozhikode, Wayanad and Kozhikode, Kannur, Kozhikode, Kasaragod and Wayanad. All these 4 districts have been majorly affected. But what we're understanding is that we have not witnessed a major waterlogging kind of situation anywhere as of now. It's because the rainfall it's not raining continuously. It's raining at regular intervals. As of now, the IMD's prediction is that tomorrow there will be red alert in 3 districts. That's Kannur, Wayanad and Kozhikode. Rest the other districts will be under the orange alert. In fact, the waterlogging situation that we witness mostly are in districts like Alappuzha, Kottayam, Ernakulam. That's where under which Kochi comes. these are the places where we mostly witness waterlogging kind of situation. That's not happened as of now, but the interiors, specifically the interiors in Kannur and Wayanad, have been majorly affected, especially people living closer to the hilly regions are facing a major difficulty, as these are hilly terrains, and people have been asked to move to safer locations. Like you pointed out, the monsoon, this is in the last 2 decades, we have not seen monsoon arriving so early in Kerala. It's come more than 11 days before the usual monsoon time. So it's been raining heavily in all the districts in Kerala, but not continuously. That's the
we keep our fingers crossed that the situation remains under control in the next few days, because there is a red alert in some parts of Kerala for tomorrow as well. Shubhimal, thanks for those updates. We've told you about Kerala, we've told you about Maharashtra. Karnataka, Goa also seeing heavy rainfall. Let's get you some of the images from these states. These are images from Mangaluru in Karnataka. 5 tourists who were trapped on rocks near a waterfall due to a sudden rise of water levels were rescued by locals using ropes. In Karnataka, it's Mangaluru that's been worst affected due to the heavy rain. Several parts of the city reporting waterlogging and traffic snarls as the drainage systems failed to cope. The Uttara Kannada district are also seeing chaos. Krishna and the Almaty rivers were swollen. Water levels going up by 3 feet. An orange alert is in place for the next 2 days. In Gujarat's newly built tents at the Dharoi Adventure City in Sabarkantha district completely destroyed due to heavy rain and gusty winds. This adventure city was recently inaugurated by the Gujarat Chief Minister at a cost of 1,100 crores. Now, very often we hear the criticism that India's forecast system is not as good as other parts of the world, as other countries go ahead and predict by the minute, by every single location, by every street, what's going to happen. Well, it could just change in India, because what we're seeing now is the Bharat Forecast System that's been inaugurated today. This is the world's highest resolution weather model. So it's going to be a game changer really in predicting weather patterns in India. It's a homegrown system made in India. It has a massive resolution of 6 kilometers. So it can tell you right down to what the weather is going to be in the area you live in. How is this possible? Well, the Bharat Forecast System uses a network of 40 Doppler weather radars across India to ensure that they can predict down to the T exactly what's going to happen. So more localized forecasts will now be possible for the Met Department, the Weather Department, and hopefully this will help in understanding what's really coming in the hours ahead, even in the minutes ahead. So it promises also to supplement the economy by saving potential losses. Obviously, if you're able to predict weather patterns, you're helping farmers, you're helping industries, and so much more. Let's get your details of what's been brewing in Bihar, particularly in the RJD, where you had Lalu going ahead and expelling his son Tej Pratap Yadav from the party, and even putting out an emotional post about him cutting off all family ties as well. What's this about? Well, it's because of a rather private, alleged personal affair becoming public. And now Tej Pratap's ex-wife, Aishwarya Rai, has spoken out amid this massive row and family rift over his post with his alleged girlfriend. Aishwarya is Tej Pratap's estranged wife, and their divorce proceedings have been dragged on for 6 years. So she's labelled all that's happening as a pre-election stunt, alleging it's a political hoax and that everyone in the family is working hand in hand. So Aishwarya has accused RJD chief Lalu Yadav, his wife Rabdi Devi, Tejaswi Yadav, saying they knew all of it beforehand. Let's get you some of the reactions on the now deleted post where Tej Pratap had announced that he's been in a relationship with Anushka Yadav for 12 years and saying that he'd long wanted to share this with the world. Then after that, once the post was deleted, he claimed that his account was hacked and said that this post was put up to malign his family.
ये लोग सब मिले हुए रहते हैं, ये लोग कोई अलग अलग नहीं हुआ है, ये लोग सब मिले हुए हैं। कल भी राबड़ी देवी गई होंगी, उनको उसका आंसू पोछी होंगी और बोली होगी अभी शांत रहो, सब हम ठीक कर देंगे। इलेक्शन के बात है, इसीलिए इन लोगों ने ऐसा ड्रामा रचा है। ये लोग सब मिले हुए हैं। हमको तो मीडिया के थ्रू पता चला है वो ये सारी बातें। हमको अपना डिवोर्स भी मीडिया के तरफ से पता चला। हमको तो पता भी नहीं था। हमको जो इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलता है वो हमको मीडिया के थ्रू ही मिलता है।
हमारे दल के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय लालू प्रसाद यादव जी ने अपना स्टैंड क्लियर कर दिया है। हमारे परिवार के मुखिया हमारे पिताजी ने अपना स्टैंड क्लियर कर दिया है। इसके अलावा और हमें कुछ नहीं कहना है।
राजनीति में लोक लज्जा बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है और राजनेताओं को विशेष तौर पर इस पर ध्यान रखना है।
So a lot has happened in the last 24 hours within the RJD as a result of Tej Pratap Yadav's rather explosive post that's unleashed a chain reaction, shaking his family and Bihar politics to the core. We explain all that's happened in our next report.
A raging scandal in RJD first family, months before Bihar goes for all-important polls. Lalu Prasad Yadav's eldest son found himself embroiled in a scandal after posting his photo with Anushka Yadav, revealing his 12-year-long secret affairs with her, despite being married to the granddaughter of a senior Bihar politician, and a messy divorce proceeding. The photos and viral videos of Tej Pratap and the woman jolted Bihar politics. Tej Pratap deleted the post and called it an AI-generated image to malign him and his family, but the damage had already been done. His father and RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav had no option but to sack him from RJD and disown him from the Yadav clan, questioning his immoral action, which Lalu said questions his values. The move was backed by Lalu's family, who described Tej Pratap's actions as devoid of values inculcated in his upbringing and inappropriate public behavior.
कि वो अडल्ट हैं, बड़े हैं, उनको अधिकार है, वो अपना निर्णय क्या उनका सही होगा, क्या नुकसान होगा, ये अपना निर्णय वो खुद लें। और राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी दल के नेता हैं, उन्होंने अपने ट्वीट के माध्यम से स्पष्ट कर दिया है।
But Lalu's political foes are unsparing, terming Tej Pratap's sacking a political stunt timed with upcoming polls.
ये शुद्ध अनैतिकता है और चुनाव के समय लोगों को गुमराह करने के लिए तेज प्रताप को दिखावे के लिए उन्होंने पार्टी से और परिवार से निकालने की बात की है। अब देखिएगा चुनाव के बाद ये परिवार में जैसे थे वैसे ही रहेंगे और पार्टी में भी वैसे ही उनकी वापसी भी हो जाएगी।
बिहार की जनता मन बना चुकी है, संकल्प ले चुकी है कि 2025 का विधानसभा चुनाव में एनडीए जो नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ेगी वो जीतेगी और इनका सुपड़ा साफ होगा।
Tej Pratap's estranged wife and her father have in the past vowed to fight politically and legally against the Lalu clan. His estranged wife claims Tej Pratap is prone to eccentric behavior and possesses highly erratic traits. Will the fresh scandal involving Lalu Prasad's elder son impact the Bihar elections? With Rohit Singh in Patna, Bureau Report, India Today.
Andhra Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan was in Chennai today and was asked a particular question about comparisons with Talapati Vijay, who's of course started his own political party, the TVK. Now, Pawan Kalyan has dismissed all comparisons. There's been a lot of talk that Vijay is kind of emulating the Pawan Kalyan model to be successful in Tamil Nadu politics. And Pawan Kalyan has said being an actor is very different from being a politician and that you simply cannot compare any two leaders in politics. Pawan Kalyan has also expressed his wishes, extended his wishes to Vijay over his political career. Listen in to what the Andhra Deputy Chief Minister had to say about all of those comparisons between him and Vijay.
There is also a criticism claiming that TVK's Vijay's the way of pattern is kind of following yours. Do you think so?
I think none could be followed any other person. Because for me, I tell you, the reason is I've been in politics for 15 years. And it is not, we initiated a party in 2014 and we could not sustain. It was initiated by my brother, he could not sustain. And it has to be merged into Congress. Then I came, I lost the election. So it is a tough battle to be in electoral process because I know being an actor is different. Getting into active politics are two different things. I think I wish him all the good. I think we don't know how it unfolds because my example cannot be modeled on him.
So interesting statement there from Pawan Kalyan. Let's move on here on Super 6 and get you a special report where we count down to June 8th. History in the making, the countdown has begun for the Axiom 4 mission to space. With the world watching, another giant leap for humankind is on the horizon. But it's also an extremely, extremely proud moment for India because astronaut Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla prepares to lift off on June 8th, part of the space mission. More details in our next report on how he, along with other astronauts, have now entered quarantine.
History in the making as the countdown has kicked off for the AX-4 mission to space. A moment of pride for India as Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is all set to blast off into space on June 8th. Shukla, who will only be the second Indian ever to go to space after Rakesh Sharma, is now in quarantine, getting set for the final countdown. In a video released by Axiom Space, Shukla is seen getting a send-off before quarantine along with his space colleagues. Group Captain Shukla too thanked the entire team for all their hard work in making this mission become a reality.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I may not know you personally, but I understand that it is each one of you who have contributed to this mission being a success, and I'm sure that it will be a success going forward from here. So thank you so much.
You guys are amazing, and it is all your efforts that is making us successful. And what I'm most impressed with, I've trained as backup on 1 and commander on 2 and backup on 3 and commander on 4, is the progression I've seen. That's just from my little knothole, and there's so many folks out there that I don't get to see and work with all the time. And I know every one of you is progressing and changing because you're doing amazing things.
The next 2 weeks will be testing Shukla and co. They are now completely isolated, as is the norm. The quarantine period typically lasts about 14 days prior to launch. During this time, astronauts and a small support team are isolated in a controlled facility, often located near the launch site. The protocols include strict isolation from the general public to minimize exposure to pathogens, enhanced hygiene measures such as frequent hand washing and room ventilation, daily health monitoring and regular medical checks to detect any symptoms early. Limited physical contact with support staff, also following strict precautions. Final mission briefing and training exercises are also included in isolation. Axiom 4 has astronauts from India, Poland and Hungary. This is each nation's first government-sponsored flight in more than 40 years, including India. This will be the very first time an Indian astronaut will be at the International Space Station, and Captain Shukla will be headed to space on June 8th, fulfilling a billion's dream. Bureau Report, India Today.
So June 8th is the big day when we'll be seeing history, and for us, of course, Indians, it's going to be an extremely, extremely proud moment. We'll be getting you all the details as we count down to that special day. But let's, as always here on Super 6, move on to all the IPL action. It's a guaranteed top 2 finish that the PBKS and MI are chasing as they lock horns against each other. The team in blue going to the contest with some serious form, having lost just 1 match in the last 8. All right, as we wrap up this edition of Super 6, I'm leaving you with our daily fact check as well. There are claims doing the rounds on social media that Shashi Tharoor has mocked Donald Trump during his visit to the US. Remember, Tharoor is part of those global all-party delegations. Is that actually true? Well, we checked that particular video doing the rounds. The reality is no, it hasn't happened in this particular trip. This video is from September 2024 that's being passed off as something that's happened right now. And here on India Today, we will continue separating fact from fiction. Thanks very much for tuning in to this edition of Super 6.